Welcome back, third grade musicians. So glad to see you again. Thank you for using Mr. Camacho's music lessons. I'm Mr. Camacho. So today's lesson is going to focus on a story about Zomo the Rabbit. So Zomo the Rabbit is a story from West Africa. It's about a trickster rabbit on the search for wisdom. Zomo the Rabbit is a prominent member of the family of animal tricksters that populate the traditional tales of West Africa. These humorous stories of mischief and cunning are told to instruct and teach as well as to entertain, and have been kept alive by powerful oral traditions of the African people. So in Africa, they didn't have a lot of writing and reading and books and stuff for a long time, so they would have to pass on stories by saying them out loud. And so there were many trickster animals, but Zomo the Rabbit is one of the more popular stories. There are many links between these African tales and their cultural descendants in the New World. Zomo, though separated from his origins in Hazaland, Nigeria, by an ocean and several centuries, live on as Cunny Rabbit or Comprere Lapin in the Caribbean, and as Brer Rabbit in the United States. Like tricksters in storytelling and traditions around the world, the fleet-footed Zomo outwits his larger foes with guile and trickery. And like his African cousins Spider and Tortoise, he uses his wit to gain wisdom. So Zomo is going to be going through 3 different tasks in order to gain his wisdom. So this story is all about those 3 tasks and how he learned it. So let's listen to that story. And on the end, we'll talk about what we might have learned from the story.
Zomo the Rabbit, a trickster tale from West Africa. Zomo the Rabbit. He is not big, he is not strong, but he is very clever. Time was, Zomo wanted more than cleverness. He wanted wisdom. He went to Sky God and asked for it. Zomo, it is not so simple, said Sky God. To get wisdom, you must earn it. How? Asked Zomo. You must do 3 impossible things, answered Sky God. First, bring me the scales of big fish in the sea. Second, bring me the milk of wild cow. Third, bring me the tooth of leopard. I will try, said Zomo. Zomo went to the edge of the sea. He began to play his drum. He played so loud his drum beats went down to the bottom of the sea. Deep below, Big Fish heard the music of the drum. Big Fish came up out of the water. He danced on the sand. Faster and faster, Zomo beat his drum. Faster and faster, Big Fish danced. Big Fish danced so fast his scales fell off. Big Fish was naked. Splash! He jumped back into the sea. Quickly, Zomo scooped up the fish scales in his hat and hopped into the forest. In the forest, Zomo climbed a palm tree. He looked all around. Then he saw Wild Cow. "Ha!" laughed Zomo. "You are not so big. You are not strong." "Who is that laughing at me?" asked Wild Cow. "It is me," called Zomo. "I say you are not even strong enough to knock down this little tree." Wild Cow got angry. She ran at the tree to knock it down. Thump! She hit that tree. But the palm tree was soft. Her horns got stuck. Quickly, Zomo slid down the tree. He turned his drum upside down and filled it with milk. By the time Wild Cow got unstuck, Zomo was far away. Zomo took the path to the top of a high hill. It was the hill where Leopard walked every day. Zomo tipped his hat and sprinkled a few fish scales on the path. Zomo tipped his drum and spilled a few drops of milk on the path. Then Zomo went to the bottom of the hill. He hid behind a rock. Soon, Leopard came walking over the hill. He slipped on the slippery scales and the milk. He rolled down the hill. Bump! Leopard hit the rock. His tooth popped out. Up jumped Zomo. He cocked that tooth. Quickly, he hopped away. Zomo took the scales of big fish, the milk of wild cow, and the tooth of leopard to Sky God. Sky God smiled upon Zomo. "You are clever enough to do the impossible," he said. "Now I will give you wisdom." Sky God spoke. Zomo listened. "3 things in this world are worth having: courage, good sense, and caution," said Sky God. "Little rabbit, you have lots of courage, a bit of sense, but no caution. So next time you see big fish or wild cow or leopard, better run fast." Zomo is not big. Zomo is not strong. But Zomo has wisdom. And he is very, very fast.
After listening to the story of Zomo the Rabbit, what do you think he learned? Well, that's definitely true. He learned how to outwit and how to use his intelligence to get around things and to complete tasks, right? That's always something good to learn. But what else do you think he might have learned? I would say that the thing that you should remember about this is that he might have outsmarted these bigger animals, but now he has to watch out for these bigger animals if he ever comes by them again. So just think about that. If you're on the playground and you decide to play a trick on somebody, you might get away with tricking them, but then that person is going to remember that you tricked them, and they might not think you're the best of friends after that. They might even want to trick you back or something. So it's good to know, it's good to be smart and to learn how to use your smarts, but maybe we got to use our smarts in a better way than tricking people. I think that's a very good lesson to learn from this story. So I hope that you learned that lesson, and maybe you can apply this to your life somehow. All right, everybody. Well, thank you again for coming to Mr. Camacho's lessons. I'll see you again next week. Bye.